This is my strop. If I notice one getting a little bit harder to push through a particular piece of wood, just always have my strop handy. I lay my blades straight on the whole side of the blade. Right through here, it's pretty much flat all the way from the tip to the back. So that's the angle I like. And I just drag it along, flip it over, and drag it back. And as far as maintenance goes, that's all I do. Now I'm going to do something else with this piece of wood here, because I don't think that it's going to be any good for what I'm doing. So this is a Whittling jack. I don't know if that's backwards on your view or not, but anyway, it's a Whittling jack brand. Stainless steel blade. It was a gift from my son. I love it. I finally got it sharp, but I would not recommend it to anyone because it is very hard to sharpen. And that's the only reason I wouldn't recommend it. If you're very good, you're proficient at sharpening stainless steel blades, have at it. But all the rest of my knives are all carbon steel, because sharpening them is way simpler. And I can get a razor sharp edge on it, and with just the strop, keep them that way. But this needs either the strop or ceramic, or I can kind of keep it now that I've got the right angle on it, but it used to have an odd angle, and it's hard to keep sharp. Let me put that to the side because I'm going to keep that for something else. Go with the line. Next stick back here. I got two more. Yep, two more. I think this is the one I didn't know what it was. It may be redwood, a red bug, but I don't know. No, this is a cruddy piece of maple. Oh, I have a stump that I cut off, and it's just the sprouts that are growing off of it. And it was already dead when I found it, so don't know how old and dried out it is. Checking my camera view there. See? Anyhow, 45-degree angle. That's what you want, those pretty curls for whittling. And it works good for the flowers, but if the stick is too dry, the wood becomes brittle. And as you're cutting, you can see that the petals are actually cracking in the middle, and they'll end up just pretty much breaking off as you get into detail. Too thick of a cut there. That's pretty. The biggest reason I changed the knife that I'm using so much is I have arthritis, and sometimes gripping a specific knife handle gets to be a little more painful. Plus, I've been working most of the weekend on projects out in the garage and stuff, so My hands are a little bit more sore from tools and dehydration. And boy, I was sweating yesterday. But I got quite a bit done in the garage. Got a new fan on the ceiling anyway. That didn't come out too bad, but a little sparse. See how broke up it is, and all the little, like this one, that one fell off, and these are all falling off. So that's where the petals don't stick with it when they're extremely dry. Now, we'll try the next one and see if that, sometimes you get up the stick, it becomes, it's got more sap still in it, so it's not as dried out as it was way down at the bottom. And then sometimes it's completely opposite. It's drier up there than down here. I think this one died on the stem, so I'm hoping that it's got some actual better up high. But who knows? I'm going to try and make a smaller one, so I'm only going up about an inch. Same 45-degree angle and pull back. Pretty dry. I found that to making a YouTube channel out of this allows me to get to carve more. Because my excuse is I need to make another YouTube video. Nah, they're falling off on me again. No, it is good. See all the broken off ones. It's all the petals. Now see, these are all staying together. That's one short. But I did notice that these are starting to curl. Now this is the dogwood, and you can go in. It's so green that you could probably get them to curl a little bit more with effort. But I'm going to get into that one a little bit and see what's going on with it. We'll lay that one to the side. That's not a good stick. And then go back with this is a green. So let's see if I can make a pretty big one. to edit that out. Yay. This episode brought to you by Diet Pepsi. No, not really. Not a sponsor. But if they want to sponsor me, would proudly take a lifetime supply. And for my wife, half of it has to be caffeine free. Let's go with... Okay, let's go back to knives. More... Beavercraft. These are John Dunkel's. Very small detail knives. He has larger ones. This is just the ones I preferred because I already had these kind of knives. And I have this one that's had the tip bent after the fact. He did not do that. Someone else decided to use it in a manner that was not intended to. And then this one is bent on purpose. I bought it like this. And it's for carving in between like characters' legs or dog legs and stuff like that. It's for getting in between the spot, which works a lot like the third Beavercraft. This is for the spoon carving. That's for doing the bowl on the bowls and spoons. Extremely sharp. This knife is a Warren. If you can see that. Warren. These are replaceable blades, but I've had this blade probably 25 years or better. And it works as good as any of these knives, and it's got a different handle. They do make smaller blades like that for the Warren knives, a little bit more in detail oriented. And then, I don't know if I've showed you all these anyway. I keep forgetting. Anyhow, that is one I made, and that is concrete nail. Just highly polished into a very... Trying to make it to where you can see it. Very thin. Down on that, but it is... That's the back of it. Painted it red so I wouldn't grab hold of it. But, works really good. I enjoy it. I have 2 or 3 like that I've done. Just playing around and seeing if I could do it. That tends to be the motto for getting things done. Can I do it? And this is a hide knife. The blade brand is Hide, and they make a slide-on handle, but the thing that's nice here is it itself protects itself. That just slides in. But yeah, I made the handle because I'm too cheap to buy anything. Hence this YouTube channel. Going into trying to do this with no money. So, trying to spend as little or no money as possible. So you say, well, you need a new mic, you need new this, you need new that. I'm trying to figure out ways to get the job done with no additional cost. Now, I've been told I would like to play some online video games on a channel because I just enjoy playing video games. I know I'm an old fart. Why do I play video games? But it's a break from reality. I do more role playing, adventure style games. I just enjoy them. Go build things, kill things, do whatever, Anyhow, the thing that I have to have some kind of. You can't film the TV, so it gives you that broken up view. There's a connector you can connect that I can go on to. I've been told I can go onto Twitch straight off my Xbox 360 or my Xbox One. Had too many Xboxes, so it's just an Xbox to me. Currently, I'm in Fallout 76. I enjoy it, but mostly game-wise, it's more like I really liked Oblivion. Is probably one of my favorite all-time games. Skyrim is good, but it's just a little dark. It's everything's snowy and cold and dark, and it's just I like the more sunny disposition of Oblivion. It went too dark when you were in a cavern or cave, but it's not as much. Need a thinner blade than my blades. Oopsie. Slipped and cut. Yeah, I'll show you that I mess up. Did all those come out? Oh, they're still attached. Maybe not that. Yeah. In here. Check my camera. Oh, messed up with that one too. Golly. And didn't curl at all. I'm not having much luck with this one for being a green stick. Go back with this knife. Keep rolling up the edge. Oh. A more seasoned piece of wood would curl a little better, but not break away. That's where you're trying to find that happy median between too green and too dry. Now, you can dry them in the oven, small pieces, but I haven't got that down to do and get the right moisture content. There's I got a toaster oven that I've thought about trying it in, but I'm afraid I'll forget it and just set the house on fire, so that would be a bad thing. was winter, you could set them in front of a register. I'm looking at my fingers, see if I actually just cut it or not. But it don't appear to have anyway. I'm not I'm blocking my own view here. Let's see, how about boom, here comes the boom. How you like me now? That better? Possibly. If I didn't kill my mic when I dropped my mic. Oh. I know. That is pretty. Not that pretty. Got this at the carving, or the spoon carving class too. It's to wear around your neck so you can basically stick it right here, like this. Hang it around your neck and that would hang down and you can put the stick here. So, works pretty good. For the spoon carving portion, because you certainly don't want to stab yourself in the chest. Yeah, kind of goes into the linoleum pretty good too. Weirdo spot on got broke off or something last year. Healed itself back up. Makes for some neat stuff. Put that back here to dry some more. Fingers are hurt. That was my other one. For those of you who don't have all this pocket knife, it's not very sharp. That's my sharpest blade, but I have it specially cut down. It was a file at one time. My grandpa made it into another knife blade, small. I think that's what he did it for, was trimming his fingernails. But I like this blade. Generally works pretty good. Pocket knives work. Mostly all you're trying to do is get blade control. Covered that in the last video. You just want to keep working to get that shaving and not going too deep. I still do it. I mean, everybody does. It's just, you just kind of got to know that feel of, okay, you know, going in, okay, that one's going to be a little bit deep. So I need to kind of correct that by pulling back out, or next time make sure you go a little thinner. It's almost too thin. Cut that down. Long time ago, I went to Dollywood and they were selling these for next whole thing full of just seconds and something. I think that's where I got them. I can't remember. I pick up stuff all the time of, oh yeah, I could do something with that. Most of the time it just sits around as, I wonder what I can make out of it. I wonder what I can make out of it. And it ends up just being a cup on my desk. I wonder what I could make out of it. So if you got a suggestion, leave it in the comments below. Something I could do with these. I got like 4 of them. Kind of reminds me of I think it's called a passion flower. Kind of curly, pretty. Don't know. But anyway, probably where I'll leave you today, guys. I was practicing the other day. This is basswood. Just practicing my curls, and then got my wood burner out and burnt the bottoms of the curls. Thought about doing it into a snake, and then I thought, nah, I don't really want to do a snake. Just wanted to get the the swirl to go here and then change directions. Wanted to practice and getting one to go one way and then the change up and go the other. Came out pretty good. And I have a piece of wood here. Start out with a piece of wood like this, that thick. I think I mentioned it in one of my other videos. But it's just a piece of 2x4. Thinly cut. I think it's about 1/4 inch. No, a little bit more than that. Oh, I'll get my ruler. I know. If I could get one I could read. Good night. It's got too much on it. Inch and a half, and of course, I should not be using this ruler. Here's a basic ruler that I could actually read. Yeah, it is 1/4 inch. Go figure. Anyhow, I took that plane and then drew lines like this was going to be a high point, that's going to be a high point or a low point, and this is going to be a high point, so carved all this out and then brought this back down to a low. So it's basically like a piece of cloth waving. It's just thin. I got a little super thin right there, but then I finally broke through there. I was trying to see how thin I could get it. Just, it's just pine. Carving on it. Anyhow, if you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you get all updates about it anytime I put out a new video. Thanks again, guys. Love you.